Hi guys, Jared here, and we're going to take a look at Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PlayStation Vita. I'm going to make a few disclaimers right off the bat. I'm trying something new in terms of the way I'm filming this. Obviously it's off screen as always, but I'm looking through a viewfinder and I'm almost playing the game one-handed, so don't expect to see very good gameplay whatsoever. If anything, this is like complete button mashing at its best. So with that out of the way, how does this version hold up? Well, pretty damn good if I do say so myself. If you've played the console versions of either Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you pretty well know what to expect with this one. It comes in at 1.5 gigabytes for the download, making it a lot smaller than Blaze Blue, which was over 3 gigs if I'm not mistaken. Capcom was kind enough to send us a review code, so I messed around with basically everything the game has to offer, and I'm mostly very, very impressed. If you've been following the site for the for the past few years, you'll probably notice that Tim McKenzie has written 2 reviews, one for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and one for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where he really goes into detail about the fighting systems and whatnot. So I'm going to add those reviews to the link in the video because I don't want to basically retread everything that he's already said. But what works, what doesn't? Let's jump on in. Well, the absolute best thing with this version is that it truly feels like the console version on the go. Load times aren't too bad. I mean, obviously there is a little bit of loading between each match and between all the different modes that you jump into, but it's not too bad. Love the fact that the minute you boot up the game, you've got the Heroes and Heralds mode right away, don't need to download an update or anything, and you've got all the other bells and whistles that make this the ultimate, quote-unquote, version of the game. Obviously, maybe I shouldn't say that because you can't use arcade sticks and things like that, but if you're looking for the console experience, like a true deep fighting game on the go, this will surely keep you entertained for a long time to come. It's got sensational production values, great graphics, amazing sound effects. About the only difference between this version and the console versions are that some of the special effects have lower resolution, but still, everything looks amazing on the OLED screen. You get all 48 characters, same animations, same hitboxes, absolutely everything. You have access to the full DLC roster, of all the different characters, all the different costumes, color variants, everything like that. I found it's really easy to get into, but one of those tough to master games. Most 4-button fighters are really good for casuals to slowly get into, but then they get extremely deep as it goes on, and there's no exception with this one. The Heroes and Heralds mode is really interesting. I love the fact that you get these different cards that you can allocate to your team. Basically, it's a 1 card per member, so 3-card deck you can have, and it's really interesting because you can go and tweak your deck, and as you play, you unlock more and more and more, so eventually your deck gets, really powerful if you play correctly. Also, I like the fact that it's an online or an offline mode, and it changes drastically depending on which one you play. I also like the fact that you can be either good or bad. It's a really interesting mode and adds a lot of depth and variety to what otherwise would be kind of a plain fighting game. Like the fact that the spectator mode allows you to watch your rivals battle each other before you jump in a fight. This is also very useful for newbies who are looking to improve their strategy. The replay support is also a really good feature. You can save the replays to the Vita and watch frame by frame, even adding hitboxes just to learn the ins and outs of the system if you really want to get into it. The online matches, for what I played, and I'll be really honest, I couldn't play too much because I was having a hard time finding different ranked matches and others. But what I did play online was actually really good, very good. I think if there was cross gameplay with the PlayStation 3 version, it would solve any of those problems with finding players online, but it would probably introduce a whole lot of other issues in terms of latency. So Some more good news, though, if you do own the PlayStation 3 version and you happen to have downloaded a lot of DLC, right now it's cross-compatible with the PlayStation version, so you can go ahead, with the Vita version, you can go ahead and download that, and vice versa. I don't know how long that's going to last, but for now, it's up there, so, you know, take it while you got it. And finally, something else that I thought was kind of neat is the near functionality. Basically, as soon as you turn the game on, it searches for GIFs. How this works, I'm not entirely sure, because some games you can actually send GIFs, in-game GIFs to your friends, but with this one, it was random people that I happened to have walked by or whatever that had played the game and unlocked these different goodies. And so, you know, it was things like different color variants, I believe costumes are in there, things like that. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. Alright, they've introduced some touch controls if you want. By default, they're shut off, but if you want, you can go ahead and turn those on. And you see it in the video, where basically all you do is just tap, 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 and it basically goes crazy for you. It's alright. I think it would help some casuals get into the game if they're really not used to fighting games whatsoever, but I don't know, for the price of these games, you know, $40 just to tap the screen, there's no real challenge there, so that's kind of so-so. The mission mode, I still find the mission mode to be alright. I think it could be greatly improved had they shown, you know, video demonstrations of how the different moves you're supposed to be executed, or had, like, the command list right there instead of always having to pause it. I think that detracts from it a little bit. And now this is not really a fault of the game per se, but I think some people could find the PlayStation Vita's hardware, the actual buttons, a little bit small for their hands. Like for me, it's very awkward. I continuously press, like, say, the special and the high button all the time, or fierce button, whatever you want to call it. Alright, and if there's anything bad, it's not really bad, but the only negative, I guess you could say, is that there's nothing really different about this version. It's essentially exactly what's on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, with a few tweaks here and there in terms of touch controls and, you know, some downscaling to make it run perfectly smooth on the PlayStation Vita. But other than that, this is exactly the same. You know, you have your arcade mode, your online mode, and then the basic training / mission mode and the Heroes and Heralds mode. But other than that, that's about it. And don't forget that Blaze Blue offers a lot more volume and bang for your buck. That said, this is an excellent game, and if you're looking, you know, to check out Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, and you don't own one of the modern day consoles, or you're like a huge fan and you just want this game with you at all times, then go ahead and give this one a download or a purchase. It's worth it. It's really fun. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and be back soon with another review.